Hello troops and welcome. I am RxOliver. This is the gang and we're playing Call of Cthulhu, The Ghost Club, Session 3. I'm here with Seamus, Chris and Martin. Good evening, boys.
Would you like to give a shout out to our friends at Sirenscape there?
Thank you for the reminder. I said I was going to remember tonight and I didn't. Thank you, Seamus. We are proud to be using Sirenscape for music and ambient sounds tonight. Check them out at sirenscape.com. If you're watching this on YouTube later, you should check out twitch.tv/I'mChrisKid, where we live stream this game on Twitch for a live audience. Chris has got cards to show you folks.
Nice. I'll wait till he's done.
Tell them they're cool.
No. Keep going.
I'll wait till Vanna. I'll wait till Vanna is done showing his cards.
Tell him they are cool in the comments, everybody. You know that know the trend. In the comments, tell them they're cool. You know what to do.
I just came back from Gen Con. There's a lot of people that are really into cards.
Yeah. Oh, nearly.
All right, gentlemen. I know it's been a few weeks.
Oh, it's a shiny one. I know that means it's important. That's what I know about it. It's shiny, it means it's important. I know that much.
I know it's been a few weeks, gentlemen, but I want to.
Oh, it's the double shiny one. So we all know what that means. Double shiny. Like.
Right, Chris. The man's trying to introduce his game.
So. It's okay. Last time session 2, we were sponsored by WD-40, so it's okay.
Right, we're sponsored by. Was it Chris Yu-Gi-Oh or what are we playing?
That's Dragon Ball Z Fusion.
Dragon Ball Z. There you go, nerds.
There we go. All right, gentlemen. It's been a few weeks, but William Butler Yeats, Chris, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Martin, Dr. Sunday, quote unquote, the mystery man, played by Oliver. But let's allow ourselves to go back to the cottage out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by cosmic horror and intrigue. And we'll begin with this. The hour is late. The veil, once gossamer and trembling, is now torn to reveal the truth. Blood stains the floor, a brother's blood flowing towards sure death, and yet he does not beg for life. He pleads for the herald to open up a gate, to carry him beyond the moor and the moon and the madness to where the king in yellow waits in dark glory. One brother already lies dead, throat carved wide, chest inscribed with devotion in flesh, the unholy altar itself and macabre sacrifice are not yet cold. And there, from below, voices rise, dreamlike, insistent, a chant sung by something that does not breathe. The hatch discovered by Doyle is an invitation, as though the very earth hungers to be entered. And above, something stirs, and outside, wings of horror, shriek rends the night, and all paths of escape are seemingly lost. They know now that they are brothers. Not by blood, not by oath, but bound by symbols older than scripture. And one of them is an impostor in stolen flesh, a serpent in a borrowed name. They asked for enlightenment. They summoned it. But now, as the chaos closes in, they must answer the questions. What was it that they called forth? What herald have they delivered? What kingdom have they crowned in folly? And still, amid the madness, hope. A ritual remains, a chance to recall the horror, to undo what has been set in motion. But time is slipping fast. Something descends from above. Something chants from below. The walls are closing. The night is listening. And Carcosa waits. Gentlemen, we left in a state where you know that there is an aristocrat, Francis Douglas, dead, murdered in the next room, ritually sacrificed. You know now that you're all part of a cultic brotherhood known as the Ghost Club. You realize that you conducted a ritual that now you feel, maybe depending on each one of you and your own decisions, with something that has gone awry. Certainly the man posing as Dr. Sunday, who stabbed, maybe murdered, William Staten Moses, the leader, as you've the revelation, the realization of who you are as persons, of who you are as the Ghost Club, an occultic brotherhood. This man posing as Dr. Sunday stabbed him, possibly dead. He was the head of your club. You know that you're out on the moors. Some of you know that there is a winged horror out there, stalking in the shadows, preventing your escape. Dr. Sunday is demanding that you fix it. And William Butler Yeats, reaching gingerly into your satchel as Dr. Sunday brandishes a ritual dagger, threatening both of you, you realize that you have the means to conduct a ritual that may recall Hastur. That's where we left off. The only other detail is perhaps that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, you had moved into the kitchen area. You had heard the voices coming up from below. As you moved, after you shot and exploded the rat thing, by the way, move towards the hatch. It remains closed, but that's where you are. William, you are there by the table. Dr. Sunday, you are nearby as well. William Staten Moses has crawled pathetically under the table and over to the fireplace and is bleeding out. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna kill the narrator and see what happens. I'm gonna see what happens when you kill the narrator. Stab, 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 stab. Nah. I'm waiting. I'm gonna see how Yeats responds to my undo what you've done. Whatever it is you've done, undo it. I'm gonna see how he responds to that. And then I'm gonna kill. And then I'm gonna stab the narrator.
Already did. I was like,
you forgot the accent.
No, but to be sure, you know, we need to fuck, I don't know.
Let me know.
It's good enough for me.
Chris, let me know. Let me know if you want me to go over the steps that one must take to conduct that spell.
Yes, if I could get a play-by-play for the first part of it, and then we'll just fly from there. Because when you say that thing, that's what I'm gonna do.
Can we get the PowerPoint? Yeah, can we get the PowerPoint presentation?
PowerPoint, right. So the first thing you see is that there's a ritualistic circle, a Hermetic ritual that must be conducted, where you actually draw out a containment, if you will. The second part is the incantation. Those of you who watched session number 2, I couldn't think of the word incantation in Latin. And then the last of it is the actual culmination in a power roll, which is more flavor from a Call of Cthulhu mechanic perspective. But in short, you must figure out a way to draw that ritualistic circle, right? and then perform the incantation.
Big line of cocaine, and then I'm going to snort it.
Well, right. So the question is, where are you going to find? Is it chalk? Is it paint? Is it I'm
blood?
Not gonna, you
slash Moses's neck, cut his neck open, and just bleed.
Wouldn't that be?
Bleed him for a source of blood. Like, boys, we need blood. We don't have paint. We need enough blood to draw a circle. I'll open this guy up.
I was genuinely gonna say that I think Yates would have to say to Sonny, like, could I get the ritual knife? I need to draw a circle, and like this guy's bleeding out. He's gonna die here anyway. Like, so, I use reason. I feel like Yates would like be very much, survival of the fittest within his mind.
So you're asking Sunday for the ritual knife?
The knife. Yeah.
Oh. But then you just got to stab me with it, I think.
He's asking for your help.
You asked me.
Yeah.
You asked me to undo this, and I said that I would undo this for you. I also know that you're not. I also know that you're not Sunday, so I'm not calling you Sunday. I'll be calling you Sonny from now on, and that's it. Because I don't know what your real name is.
Above table, you have to give Chris the knife, or you'll be in a fucking issue for about 3 years with him. So it's your funeral.
Oh, imagine I never gave him the knife.
Don't give him a weapon.
That would keep us in jokes for another year, mind.
Yeah.
Oliver, do you think that your character would reveal his true name?
Can you remind the player what his true name is? Cover your ears, boys. Cover your ears.
No. I can do it here. I can do it.
No. They can take their headset off.
Oh no. Oh, they're gonna take their headsets off.
Yeah. I'll give you a thumbs. I'll give you a thumbs up when to.
Hold on. I was gonna put it in. Give me just a sec. There's a way to do it. Give me just a moment.
Doing a whisper.
Is he told? Oh, he's whispering. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. We didn't do the headphones thing. He's done a whisper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so he's asking for your help. That's interesting.
Right. Let's fuck it. Let's see how this goes. I'll hand over the ritual knife to him, but I'll be ready in case I'm ready to knock him out if he tries something like.
I will say that William Staten Moses now drops to 1 hit point and he is unconscious.
Open him up, Yates. Open him up. We need blood.
I need. Whoa, Sonny. I know you're not a doctor, so look, hold out. We don't need to open him up. I just need enough blood to draw a circle. And maybe he'll survive the wound. That is the thing that I'm going to try to do. But if he's gonna die, he's gonna die. Like that's it. I don't think he's gonna leave here.
Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies. Fucking open him up.
So I imagine you guys throw the table aside. You throw the table aside. There was already in chalk there. Maybe some of the symbology is similar to what you need to do according to the instructions. You drag Moses's body.
It's got little numbers and dots around it.
Right, exactly.
It's a dot to dot.
Tell me what do you do? He's bleeding out on the floor. He's got an open wound.
What
do you use to paint? Do you use your hand? Do you use the
dagger? I take a big rip out of his shirt and use the knife in like his abdomen, like towards his hip. So it'll be like an open wound, but it's not a fast bleed. So that I can get as much blood as I can and just like soak it round this dot to dot that's on the floor.
It's so graphic. It's so graphic.
It's not mean.
When he's doing it, I just roughly jam my fist in, grab some blood, and I'll start smearing the yellow sign across my face and torso. Let's do this. Let's do this.
So hold on. All right, so hold on.
Symbol, right?
I've already got a small one on my head, But I'll do a big one with one of the branches of it going right over my face, and then the rest over my torso. And I'll like open my shirt and paint it on my chest.
William Butler Yeats, give me a sanity roll. just the fact that you've got Sunday so into it, and you're having to do this. This is so outside of what you think is your normal behavior. Go ahead and give me a sanity roll. It's a regular success. So you guys have really rolled well with sanity rolls. So go ahead and you lose 1 point of sanity as you're repulsed by what you're having to do, but you're doing it. I want to go to Doyle. Martin, what does Doyle do? You hear the chanting. You hear the chanting happening down there below the hatch. What are your thoughts? What do you think's going on?
I mean, first I want to find some jam because I'm like, oh, do you guys need something to spread? And be like, what the fuck? Why are you cutting that man open? You could just use jam or flour or chalk or cake or anything else.
I'm gonna reach into his abdomen and pull out an intestine and just start smearing it, wrap it around my head like a crown.
So did I fail or succeed? Sorry, I've succeeded.
You failed, or no, you succeeded, so you only lost 1 point. You know what? Sunday, why don't you give me a sanity roll too? Because I think, as you've described,
I'm already insane.
Yeah, let's lean into it. That's my point. So let's lean into it.
Sanity. Current 31. Oh, that's a big fail.
So you fail. So give me a 1d8.
Ooh.
And that's because of your prior conditions. So
4.
Okay, 4. So you go down 4. So you didn't lose 5 in one go.
But have I lost a fifth in a total?
Good question. That's up to you. I can't remember what your original is, I'll be honest with. But I like what you're doing already as a player. You're leaning into.
I'm already going insane a bit,
Yeah. Oliver, you know things about your character that they still don't know. I love this. So how graphic you get with the blood is completely up to you, and I love it. So yeah. So Yates, Chris.
Oh, right, okay, you want graphic, let me continue.
Yeah, let's do it.
I take more of the intestine and I pull it out of your stomach, your abdomen, and I start wrapping it around my arms, and then I'm like making it into a tourniquet for some reason, and I'm like, I've got the intestine in my teeth, and I'm like, you know when a junkie ties it on and they're like, with their teeth. When you see that shit in the movie, God. I'm doing that with your intestines.
He's Chris, William Butler
Yates. Said you wanted graphic.
He's getting help. William Staten Moses is now dead. You guys have dragged his body over there. You're doing it.
If he wasn't dead, I'd be more worried. I'll be honest, man.
Oh, no, he's disemboweled, mate.
This person known as Sunday has just gone. The table has been thrown aside. The ink blots, papers pulled aside. The laudanum, whatever was left of the cocaine, everything's scattered. You guys are putting this ritualistic pattern down on the floor.
Oh.
So let's go back to Doyle. Oh, go ahead.
I go into my bag and I pull out the rest of the cocaine and just go and wallow up and be like,
so whoever this guy Sunday is has just gone overboard, frantic too. And let's lean
say hello to my little friend.
Well, let's lean into what we said in the last session. His obsession is not so much enjoyment of the graphic nature of it. His obsession is that he wants all this to go away. He wants it fixed, right? You've invited him to help. So I think there's what do you think, Oliver? It's your character, but I think that's what the mania is. His mania is, I've got to get out of this hell that I find myself in. Is that a fair assessment of his mania?
Well, he's kind of halfway given into it though at this point. He's like, if we're all gonna die, I'm gonna go out.
I like that too.
Like swinging.
Yeah.
But he's doing all this stuff to try and invoke the ritual. He doesn't understand the ritual, and he's going half mental. I have lost more than a fifth of my sanity. I'm sure I have. So he's
I
like
love it.
smearing blood all over himself. He's got intestines in his teeth. And he's like, let's do it. Let's do what you need to do, man. Draw the
Poor
circle.
Moses. So Moses' dead body is there. What I'm gonna do is give me just a moment here. There is a way for me. It should do this. Oh, damn it! It didn't do it. Give me just a moment. Hold on.
Is Yates painting a circle yet? Because if he's not, I'm going to do something else disgusting.
Right. So, Cohen, Doyle, are you in the room, or where are you?
He's in the
I
kitchen.
was
you
So
in
yeah,
the
let's go back to Arthur Conan Doyle because I want to know. Let's switch the frame, right? Let's switch the talk to me about what you're doing there, Doyle.
I mean, I don't know what the shit they've been doing with all the blood and blah blah blah. I know that he was talking about the ritual, but then I saw the rat thing right and ran after it. So I'm on like a different mission. So I want to listen at the trapdoor and see if I can hear what they're chanting, or if there's like a keyhole, see if I can look through it and see if I can see anything.
There is no keyhole. You hear the chanting, and give me just a moment because I think I've got an idea here. Can you guys see that now?
Ooh, I see
There's
that,
a
yeah.
dead body. Okay, good. So I went ahead and so Moses is dead. Moses is laying there. I want you. Give me
That's what
just
I
a moment.
think.
Let me go to.
That's what I think of DMPCs. They get murdered.
So let's go to. I want you. You're going to listen to. It'll take me just a second here, my friend. I want you to give me. As you listen to the chanting coming from below, I want you to give me a power roll. What's your power?
70.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Oh, but you failed it. And as a matter of
98.
fact, oh my god, I think that's a critical fail.
It's not. It's not
Hold on.
because it's not. If his score was
Oh,
50 or
so
less,
I-
that would be a fumble. If his score's
That's
50 or
right.
more, that's not a fumble.
But that's still
just
bad.
It's still bad. I'm seeing if I've got loads of luck.
It's just a fail.
You fail that.
58 luck.
Nah, I ain't got that much.
No.
That
Sorry.
was how much-
Spend 28 of your 58. It's 28
Yeah,
of
I'm
your
gonna
58.
do it because
He's
it's the
gonna
last game.
do it. Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a big spend.
20.
That's
I
a
never
big
do
spend.
that. I always save all my luck,
You
and it
usually
never
do,
fucking
yeah.
pays off, does it? So I'm gonna
It
Christian
doesn't ever pay
and
off,
I'm gonna-
mate. No, you're right.
28. So I've got 20 left.
30
All right.
left.
Okay.
30
So
left.
you resist.
Oh, no, I
you
don't.
resist.
Yeah, 30,
You,
Martin.
not only do you not lose any sanity, because I was going to give you at least one sanity loss. The effect would have been you resist, and I'm going to take over a little bit, and you do stumble back across this table.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you heard almost overtook you, almost compelled you to open that hatch. You can still hear the chanting, right? Maybe in this moment you shake it off and you hear in the next room Yates and Sunday throwing over the table, scrambling, maybe a manic laughter, not so much laughter, maybe manic manic type expressions coming from Sunday, right? Of activity and purpose. You're not quite sure what's going on back there, but I'm going to give you an opportunity. I think that whole interaction with the hatch certainly is not as much time as it took for everything they're doing. So what else do you do?
I mean, I guess I'd quickly. I don't know if I did have a
That-
chance to scan the kitchen.
Whatever
for
you
anything of
experienced
use.
with the hatch, by the way, scared you, right? Whatever
Okay.
that was, yeah. Let's be clear, yeah.
I'll quickly run around the kitchen just in case. I don't know. There's like a machine gun or bazookas. I don't know. Just quickly scan the room. Or knives in the drawer, etc.
Knives. There's plenty of knives, but you've got a revolver. It still has 3 shots in it? No, actually, there's 5 shots left. Do you move from this spot? Do you move around? You tell me. You can.
Is there any like gas or oil lamps in there?
Sure. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I want to pour. I'm not breaking the lantern, but I want to use the oil and pour it on the trapdoor wood. I'm not lighting it on fire, but I'm preparing to possibly light it on fire.
Yeah.
So
Not
I'm
to
going to
mention,
douse it.
I think there's an active fire going on.
Is that you
right
started
here.
the you started the fire early this time, Martin, because you weren't early enough last time.
Yeah. Well, I'm setting the fire up.
That's fine. But to be clear, you do not come over in this direction. You're staying right there.
No, I'll do all that, and then I guess I'm gonna hear the kerfuffle in the other room, and then come out to see what's going on with my gun drawn, because I don't trust any of these guys.
Yeah, you can move your token. Yeah, you show me. Okay,
just
you come around. You've been spooked by whatever's down there. You go past the desecrated body of the rat thing. You step over it, and you peek around.
Can I roll something to like kick it football style into the room just so they can fucking see what I killed while they're fucking playing with organs?
You hold it up. You hold it up. I love that.
Oh no!
Hold on,
Just kick it across the room.
I want to kick it in the air and see if I can get to land on, I don't know, in the center to look at you guys.
That's funny.
Please, that will be fun.
I mean, I kind of want to like head it so we could all, see if we can head it to each other, but that would be too much. I don't want to ruin the
keep it up, please.
The Cthulhu-ness of it.
I am going to give me just a second because I love the power of the Fantasy Grounds platform.
It's the power of love.
It's the power of love. You'll never convince us Fantasy Grounds is good shows.
I bought a PS2 and that's better than Fantasy Grounds.
So
my Game Boy Advance runs better TTRPGs than Fantasy Grounds.
You guys just trying to lose us all sponsorship from everyone. Like WD-40 aren't sponsoring us anymore after last time's show, so
we're really joking. Fantasy Grounds.
Send me another package.
So somewhere
we're only joking.
Right
Fantasy
here
Grounds.
on really. underneath the table.
Just Seamus.
Somewhere underneath the table, they have drawn this. Okay. So you come around the corner and they have done this,
Well, I'm going to be like, what the fuck? Because when I spoke to Yates, I was like, I stopped him right from reading the book because I knew it was... And now he's fucking doing a ritual, one without me, which is just not friendly.
Well, what's even worse is you can see that Sunday is getting really into this, and they're using the blood of Moses's body. The physical table's over here now. The chairs have been scattered. They've put this ritualistic circle down. But here's where we're going to pick this. Yeah, here's where we're going to pick this up, gentlemen. So give me just a moment here. I believe, let's see. So here's what you have to do to successfully, here's where we start. Here we go. And I'm going to tell you that something begins to descend down the stairs. Something like the air just sucks out of the room. Everything becomes quiet.
I'm over there.
That's fine. You guys are
trying to...
No,
don't come near me now. No, you've done your little ritual with your new friend now.
You've put down the circle, but something is
Haven't done it.
emerging from down the stairs. You don't know, but it almost just, like I said, just sucks the air out of the room. It is something, and you know the time is short. With that said, in order to have created the ritual circle, you need to do a hermetic ritual roll or a hard occult roll. So let's look at your character. Give me just a moment. And I should have had this ready. That's on me, guys.
Can I lock myself in the kitchen and be like, bye, guys? You seem to have this covered. So
No, you're the one with the gun.
Yeah, you're the one with the gun.
I know, it's great.
You need to shoot Haster when he comes, because obviously a bullet's gonna stop him.
Right, so I'm gonna do a wee bit of role play. Right, the reason that I'm on that side of the circle is because once I've like finished the entirety of that, and I hear you appear through the door, I look at you so concerned because from when I've started this, the other guy in the room who is already stronger than me and wrestled a knife off me 3 times is now fucking putting intestines around his body.
So
it's not a normal thing. I don't think Yates is going to be okay with seeing Sonny do this. I know I'm into the fucking occult, but I'm not into that shit. That's like someone shitting in front of you, and, you know, actually, let's not get into that. We got dismonetized probably enough already.
So here's...
I'm standing there holding my nipples. Let's do this!
All right, so here, now, listen, you realize in this moment, William Butler Yeats, Chris, that because of your occultic practice and being part of not only the Ghost Club, but the Golden Dawn, you have a hermetic ritual skill of 65. So in this moment, as you're working with the crazed Dr. Sunday, who's not going to really give you any help.
No, I'm helicoptering my penis at this point, mate.
Well, actually,
Cthulhu
hold on, let's look real quick. He has a 5 occult. You could always roll it just for shits and giggles.
There's always one guy who joins the occult groups just to get his dick out, and you're that guy.
I'm that guy. Yeah. Let me roll my occult. Let me roll my 5% occult then.
You guys still don't know the whole story.
Where is my occult?
I want him to pass it. I think it'd be hilarious if you pass it.
50.
Oh God, I saw the 0. All right. So Chris, he's crazed. He's playing with the intestines. He's, you know, Sunday's body's there, or excuse me, Moses's body. Yates, in this moment, you've got to roll a 65 or less in order to properly draw out this hermetic ritual circle.
I don't see the thing that I'm supposed to click.
You don't. All I need you to do is roll the percentile dice. If you look at your
Just
dice tray down there.
D100.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And 65 or less.
Oh, push it.
So you could push it. What do you do? Maybe Sunday's getting in your way, right? Because he's crazy. Maybe you punch Sunday. You punch Sunday in the face.
Hey, maybe he was going to just push me out the way,
Definitely escalated it.
Hold on, yeah.
You escalated that. He was just going to shove me out the way. Now you're trying to break my teeth.
Well, watch this. Let's do it.
You're just mad because I murdered you. You're just mad because I murdered you.
If you, take
it like a man,
if you succeed in punching him out in this moment to get him right, I'll give you a bonus die.
Right. And is Martin in the room? Can he shoot him?
Well, that's another story. So let's say you just push off, because again, a lot of this happened before. So give me a brawl roll. Oliver has every right to do a dodge.
Or a fight back. Thank you very much. I've got every right to do a fight back.
not to be a cunt, but would you not be distracted with your fucking madness of wanking off and running about? Like,
I'll take my
as
finger
far
out.
as I'm
I will
concerned,
take. I will take my finger out my arse to dodge your fight back, Chris. Don't you worry.
I know, but you're going to be distracted.
And I'm not telling you which one I'm doing yet.
Your brawl roll is. Give me just a second. I want to see it.
Shit.
What did you
75.
roll? 75. That's not going to be good.
No, I've only got a brawl of fucking 25.
Well, I failed with my fight back anyway.
I like how you whispered it to Chris to make it sound better, like you couldn't hear. But I like that you did that.
I failed on my fight back anyway, so I give him a dig
So,
back.
yeah.
We both miss.
Yeah, you both miss. So you don't get the. So you need to push it. I say the push is still. I'm going to let you have that. That the push was you telling Sunday to get the fuck off. It doesn't really push him back. You don't get a bonus die, but you do get to push. So you got to roll 65 or less. If you don't roll 65 or less, this could get very interesting very quickly.
Oh.
Just made it. Just made it on the push. So he's playing around with the intestines. You go over there again. You're not a physical person. You're not an intimidating person. Then you basically go up to Sunday. Go, get back, you. Back.
It doesn't say it gay like that.
I think he does. He's like, get
Stop
away,
it.
you.
Stop
No.
it.
Bad boy.
Bad
Bad boy.
You're being silly.
What is it? What is it? Stop acting a Hallian.
But
That would be a
he
very Irish thing.
pushes back, but you're able to get. All right, you're able to get the circle down. Okay. All right. Doyle, you have come around. You've come around. You saw this interaction. You saw this. He's Sunday, quote unquote, Sunday's being crazy. Yates is fighting back. Yates is trying. It's bloody. It's disgusting. But he's put down the symbols, and he's yelling at Sunday. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. It's the same as Doyle. What do you do?
Well, you said all the air or the atmosphere was changing, right? Something's coming downstairs as well. As
I'm holding off. I'm holding off
right.
in this moment to give you a
okay.
chance to tell me what you do.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, maybe some shit's about to hit the fan. But yes, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Just get naked. It'll be fun.
it's your excuse for everything. Just take your clothes off and shut up.
Can you just shoot the naked man covered in intestines?
Let me add. Martin. Let me add this.
Mm-hmm.
In the moment that you come around, you were shaken by whatever was chanting at you. You shook it off. You broke away. Mm-hmm. You come around. You see Yates and Sunday scuffling. Sunday's acting crazy. Yates is trying to be serious. Yates stands in the circle and begins to chant in Latin.
Is he chanting from the book that we said to not chant from, though, or is he just?
He is. He's looking at his book, but you see him chanting in Latin. Hold on. You realize you've got a 40 in Latin. You've got to decide in this moment: do you start chanting along with him?
Do I know what he's saying? Obviously, because I speak Latin.
You do, yeah. I think you recognize what he's saying. I don't have it written out.
Well, you need to. No, you've got to roll on that, I guess. You roll for Latin, and if you roll 40 or less, then you do. If you've got a 40
that's a good way of putting it. Thank you, Oliver. So if you really want to understand, I say let's do a preliminary check of 40 or less on Latin.
Okay.
I'll give you this too. Instead of Latin, right? I may even give you the Latin. Are you trying to discern whether or not what he's doing is earnest and good?
All I want to know is, well, yeah, because I'm trying to figure if he's like saying, I close the gate, I send it back, that's different to like, I open the gate, whatever.
I'm going to make a call here. I'm going to make a call here. I don't want to roll. I want you to think about, and I rewatched episode 2. I watched you and Chris debate one another. Am I a bad guy? Am I a good guy? Chris was like, what the hell, Martin? I'm a good guy. What is it? You guys were going back and forth. I'm going to let you decide as a player and as a character as
As
you
a
come around the
character,
corner. Yeah.
As the character, because well, one, he's not warned me he's going to do this, which is not friendly, and two, he's
You
got
were
the
fighting a fucking rat, and like,
yeah, and then you have clearly got blood out of some guy, and there's another naked dude dick out in fucking organs. I left you for
But
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Let's not do it as a role. Come on, let's let Martin the player decide. What does Arthur Conan Doyle do in this moment? Is what is happening that he sees, is it evil that he wants to stop? Or does he trust William Butler Yeats that this is something that needs to be done?
Get your dick out and join the party.
No, I scream out, "What are you doing?" and give him like a really short time to respond.
He's already chanting. He's already into it. So I'll tell you. I'll give you this. Hold on. I'll give you this. Give me an occult roll. Arthur Conan Doyle is a 35 occult. Give me an occult roll.
And one thing I will say here as well is I did look at you. I did look at you from the position that I was at before I walked into the center.
That was the fumble,
yeah. Because
I gave you a look before I began the ritual. Yeah. So
Seamus, that
begin the ritual look that we all know and love. That special ritual.
No. When you walked into the room, I looked over at you, being like, "Oh, I'm fucked. Like, I don't think I'm doing the right thing, but I'm not sure because it's." I don't want to go into too much detail, so it's only a fucking look that I gave you. It wasn't a conversation.
Yeah. And he just rolled a fumble on his occult.
Oh, I don't know. It's going to go in my favor, whatever I understand.
Yeah, I think Doyle, and I mean, this is indicative of the behavior that we saw with Doyle anyway, right? He's even in that state that you guys don't remember when you astrally projected yourselves and called forth whatever. It was Doyle when you guys woke up who was ready. He was beating on the face of Yates. He must have been punching him. He was loading his gun, right? Doyle has always been fighting against this. You come around the corner, Yates is incantating in Latin, and apparently with a fumble, you misinterpret.
So what do I think he's doing? Well, tell me.
I'll let you role play it. Yeah.
Well, I guess I need to know if I think he's like, closing the gate or opening it, because depending what I think.
Well, that was a fumble. That's why we did an occult roll, and you have, per the dice, completely misconstrued what he's trying to do in the negative.
But you need to kind of tell, because basically my idea is if I think he's doing something that's bad, I was going to throw something to try and knock the book out of his hand.
I don't want to.
If I think if he's doing something good, then obviously I won't do that. Because I fumbled, I'm guessing.
I think you misinterpreted it as bad, and I will let you decide what that action is that you take, because I don't want to take.
I want to throw the weird rat creature to knock the book out of his hand.
Nice. What are you gonna roll? What are you gonna roll?
I guess it'd be. I mean, I'm not good at it.
What are you gonna throw? I meant to say, what are you gonna throw?
The dead creature that I killed. Yeah, Jenkins Brown, because you said.
Oh my gosh, the dead rat thing you're throwing.
Yep. See if it.
I love it. I love it.
Just not to do damage. It's to like stop.
To distract him.
The bug, yeah.
So, I want you to give me a throw roll. Your throw
is 20.
Arthur Conan Doyle it's only 20. So give me a throw roll. If you succeed, okay, you did not, unless you want to spend 27 points of luck, which I don't think you have.
He's got 30. You need to subtract your luck. It still says you've got 58. You've got 30.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was going to ask you. I couldn't figure out how to subtract it. So can you subtract it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to help. Give me
and then, if I've got enough, I'm going to Chris Kid it and let it happen, because that's the way I roll. I just use all my luck as fast as possible.
Hold on. What was it down to after the previous?
He was down to 30.
30?
He was down to 30. And he needs what to succeed? 27. You've got 3 left, mate.
It's worth it. I like
How
it.
many?
I think
How many luck do you have left then?
3.
Three.
So I've
Okay.
left after this. So I launch the creature. Try and either scare him to drop the book because it's fucking out with man mace, or
Yeah.
to hit the book and then it'll drop.
I love it. I love it.
Because he did
So-
listen to me. Yeah, so he didn't listen
So
to me. when I tried
Chris,
to-
the second phase of a successful spell is for you to incantate the Latin, right? You
Orcus,
have
Morcus,
got to.
Palorcus.
Let me go over here just a minute.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Orcus, Porcus,
Very good.
Malorcus.
Very yeah, chant the Latin incantation.
Expensive
Your
petroleum.
Latin. It's pretty good with the Latin. Hold on a second.
Did you just
Your
say
Latin-
expecto patronum?
No, something else.
Okay.
It's
Your
expensive
Latin.
petroleum.
Your
Have you not seen the video?
your-
It's somebody sees the actor that plays Ron Weasley at the petrol station. He's filling his car up, and he just turns around to the camera and goes,
expensive
"Expensive petroleum." It's hilarious.
That's funny. So two things are going to happen right now. Your Latin score is 50. You're going to have it at a -1. So if you look down in the bottom left corner, you'll see -1B. You're gonna
Penalty
click on that before you roll. But hear me out though. Before you do that, gentlemen, coming down the stairs, let me give you this description.
It's a lovely bride on her wedding day. Ready.
Give me just a minute here. It's gonna be a little bit different. Hold on.
It's a small child rubbing sleep from their eyes, ready to open their Christmas presents on Christmas morning.
I don't care. I've got a gun and I'm on the other side of the room. So
Martin
I'm
shoots the
happy.
child.
I've never liked children.
I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna put it in the chat window here. So, yeah.
I have a Sheffield accent now. Apparently, I've developed that.
Do it.
What
What's
happens
the
when you go
Sheffield
somewhere for
accent?
one day?
Well, basically everyone went, "It's just Sean Bean, mate. That's all you need to do." And I was like,
True.
"All right." And I was like, "Name's Eddard Stark.
Welcome to
the North remembers.
Gift Mobile."
You bastard."
You ready, gentlemen?
It's true.
Yeah.
As all of this is going on, a movement catches your eye. Within the flickering shadows, the candles are still glowing wildly. There's so much activity. A shadow shifts from the corner of the room, coming down the stairs. A figure emerges, tall, impossibly thin, and cloaked in a tattered robe, the color of bone. Impossible to comprehend, its presence is a violation of reality itself. The figure's movements are slow but deliberate, as if it expects your submission. It steps into the room and you see its face, or lack thereof. Where a face should be, it is smooth, featureless. A mask, pale as death, with only two dark, distorted sockets where eyes should be. The mask seems to shimmer, as if made of liquid moonlight. You feel a pull, a compulsion to stare into the empty eyes, as if they hold the answers to the horror you feel. It's a terrible harbinger. It raises a hand and points, its voice echoing in your mind, a cold, hollow whisper that feels like 1,000 voices speaking as one. The words fill you with dread, so that it's so profound it begins to unravel your grip on humanity. I'm going to say Doyle, you see this. Sunday, you see this. You cannot avoid it. Yates, you are in your incantation. You're gonna have the distraction, but I need Doyle and Sunday to give me a sanity check for seeing this. Let me share the picture with you first.
If you were chanting, you wouldn't need to be doing this. Should have been a chanter, mate.
I threw a rap thing at you to stop you. Yeah, that's pleasant.
Oh, that
Can you
looks
guys-
like Attack on Titan.
Could you guys see that?
Yep.
Mhm.
So you see this descending down the stairs. You can't wrap your head around it. Oh, nice. Who did that? Arthur Conan Doyle.
Me.
Looks like you succeeded.
I've
A
seen
hard
worse.
success. I need you to roll 1d6.
Okay. I could choose my pretty dice. Yeah, got a 1.
Wow. Maybe you shield your eyes from it.
I failed.
Yeah, but you only lose 1 point of sanity.
Oh no, I'm thinking about a book that I'm gonna write about it, so I'm thinking like, you know, like way too into how I'm gonna use it in like a book about ghostly people.
Sunday failed. You ready for this? I need you to roll 1d20. Yeah, it's. I hope my description was awesome.
That was a
but
good description. Oh, what's a
Good.
roll?
wow, are you effing lucky?
What did
Holy
you roll?
cow!
But listen,
What's
my
the
I
rate?
rolled a 3.
my sanity is low though. My sanity is now at 24. It's low.
Oh, mine's now. I can't change it, but it was 69 and now
No,
it's 68.
do you know how you change it, Martin? Just move your mouse cursor so that it's hovering over the number, and then just type the number. You don't need to click. Just hover and then type the new number.
Okay.
Don't press delete. Just type the new number like you're typing
yeah.
over it. That's for some
Nice,
reason
thanks,
that's how it
thanks
does
for
it.
that. Oh no, it's done it to 8. I'm not that bad. 60. Yeah, done. Thanks for that. Yeah, done.
So give me a second here. I'm gonna put just for so we can see it. It comes down the stairs. So this thing reveals itself coming down the stairs. If you look at the map, you guys should be able to see it now.
Mhm.
All right. So in this moment, here's where the shit hits the fan. Sorry to use the phrase, but let's do it.
Well, would it be a good time for a half-time break then if the shit's about to
sure.
hit the fan?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do one.
100%, buddy.
Let's do one.
Let's do it.
Okay, folks, we are back for part 2 of session 3 of the Ghost Club. And we forgot to point out at the end of the last part there, I've got an indefinite insanity. I'm about to go nuts. And we've got another bit of text there. Do you want me to read that, Seamus, before I go nuts?
Yeah, I'd like that. This entity has moved down the stairs as Yates is beginning to incantate in Latin. Sunday is manic, for lack of a better term. Doyle is watching on. He's just tossed a dead creature at the face of Yates. Read that description for us there on this entity that has come down the stairs.
Okay. The air around the entity warps. The shadows in the room stretch and twist, as if reality itself is bending under its influence. Sculptures on surfaces in the room begin to tremble, their carved faces seeming to writhe in agony. Paintings on the walls shimmer and animate. The horrid figure takes a step forward, its robe trailing behind it like a shroud, and you feel a wave of cold wash over you, your breath visible in the suddenly frigid air. Its hollow eyes seem to bore into your soul, and you realise with a sickening clarity that this thing knows you, knows your fears, your doubts, your guilt. The harbinger tilts its head, its face quickly transforming into a mass of worm-like vermin, as 1,000 voices wail, "Serve or perish." Then it lunges forward with unnatural speed.
Love that.
And I'm about to go crazy. Let's deal with that first, I think, eh?
Well, yeah, I agree with you. Sunday is closest. Sunday is crazy. Now you Miraculously, on a 1d20, you only rolled a 3. So you didn't go completely whack, right? But you've got indefinite insanity. You've got some choices here. We can roll on a table, but I love letting the players tell me, what do you think happens given that description of this entity that is bearing your soul, right? Can see your guilt, can see, right? It just invades you.
Roll the
in this
table and see.
moment.
Roll the table and see if we get something good.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if we
I
don't
hope
get
it's
something good
something-
on the table, then we'll pick.
I hope it's something comical, like you're scared of clowns or something.
Anglophobia. Anglophobia. I've got a favourite. I hope it's Anglophobia. It's my favourite.
That's funny. Hold on.
I know there's some really random ones that I've not heard of on the list.
I like random tables. They're one of the backbones of this hobby. Like, I love a random generating table. Let's see what we get.
Yeah.
If it's shit, then we'll just think of our own. But
Hold on.
let's see what we get on the table.
I thought it would be under indefinite. Give me a second, gentlemen.
I mean, you want one that either makes you attracted to this thing or be super, super scared of it till you run away. That would be the most fun.
Pretty sure this is where I keep my bookmark in the book.
Okay, hold on just a
No,
second.
it's
Something's
not. I've
going
got it
on.
on
Something's,
spells.
something's going wrong here because I just did a search for insanity and it didn't like what I just did. Hold on. I must be searching for the wrong thing. So give me just a
It's
moment.
cool. We're going old school with the books.
Yeah, I've got my book. I found it. I've got the sample phobias and manias tables. Seamus.
Yeah,
Right.
if you want to,
Do you want a phobia
brother.
or a mania?
I think a mania.
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Roll 1d100 then.
That
Martin,
means
you can roll
love
it if you want. Roll 1d100 for me.
Yeah. So mania means you like love something too much, right?
Yeah, obsession or compulsion. A mania results in obsession or compulsion with its
60.
subject.
60.
60
What's 60?
is clasomania. Irrational compulsion to shout. Oh yeah! Yeah!
Love it.
Funny,
Clasomania.
I just found it as you guys were talking about it.
So you just have to act like yourself.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Hi everybody, my name's Chris Kidd. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, I've got an idea. What if he starts shouting out his real name?
Mm.
No, I've just
What
got a
if he has a
compulsion to shout,
compulsion?
not to grasp myself in.
What?
He is here! The yellow one has appeared!
Oh, I like it. He's here! I love it.
It's like stayed in the office.
The yellow man has come down the stairs! I present you intestines and blood!
Oh, maybe he presents himself in front of the pallid mask, right?
Well, I mean, it's gonna notice him more than everyone else if he's shouting, right? Like,
this is what I'm
right,
gonna do.
like-
This is what I'm gonna do. Because I'm crazy, I have to do loads of sanity damage. I'm gonna go up to him and just shout in his face, "Welcome! Welcome, the Harbinger! You have come! Like you said you would!" And just shout in his face. Let me tell you something, brother!
full on all the way back to Hulk Hogan. That's all.
I love it. I love it, man. But he's full in. He's covered in blood. The poor bastard was pulled into this. We're gonna find out later when we're done. We're gonna do a
I'm balls
postmortem.
to the wall loopy now, like I'm absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Where is Chris? Because Chris, we are at this moment now where Chris has
He's
got to.
He's doing the danger wank. He likes to do it in the
Is he
corner.
doing the danger
Yeah.
wank? In like live YouTube, he's doing the danger
That's
wank?
what makes it dangerous, yeah.
Yeah,
If-
he's,
if
well,
I-
he's on the other camera.
If
He's
the
on
cat
his
comes in and
OnlyFans
just knocks his,
camera.
if the cat comes in and just knocks his camera around a wee bit, it'll turn and see him, and that's him. That's what makes it so dangerous.
He has to wait till his mum like sneaks in a cup of tea, so he knows that she's been in the room, but she's not seen
He,
her.
he texts
And
his
that's
mum saying he
excitement.
wants a cup of tea, and then he's got 4 minutes.
So it's very complex. He's very.
It's a sport.
Sounds-
It's a whole sport. Like,
Well,
he's got his own mania.
all of us men know that it's a sport. It's always been a sport.
I mean, Chris is very competitive with his masturbation, which is expected. You know. So it's cool. Well, I can go if you want me to do something.
Well, talk to me then. Yeah, I'm open to ideas. So you tell me. So you've obviously come around the corner. You picked up the carcass of the rat thing. You threw it at him because you've completely right. You remember you failed on understanding what Yates is doing. You see it as a negative. You throw it. You try to distract him. I think that our next moment here, because the pallid mask has come down and he's gone crazy. There's Chris. He's coming in. So maybe this is going to work out. I really feel like it's William Butler Yeats's moment here. He has got to, with the distraction of the dead rat thing thrown at his face, he has got to continue his incantation.
So what you're saying, this is all rests on Chris, and if he does it
wrong,
wrong, it's all his fault.
This whole thing is all or nothing. Yeah, 100%.
I believe in you,
Chris.
mate.
Chris, no pressure. Holy shit. Now hold on. Did you do that as a negative?
That's a bonus dice. That's not a dice.
You did it wrong, brother. You have to do it as a -1.
Yeah,
1B.
but look, he only needs to spend 5 luck. Even with that roll, if he's done that wrong, if he's rolled an 11 and a 50, he still only needs to spend 5 luck to pass.
Okay, I'll give him that.
He still rolled the dice twice, so he's still doing the right roll, but
I agree. I didn't see what the two rolls were.
It should take the highest, not the lowest.
I would have said he automatically failed.
There was an 11 and a 50. Okay, I see what he rolled an 11 and he rolled a 50. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So William Butler Yeats.
Well, no, he rolled an 11 and a 51 because you only re-roll the 10s dice. He rolled an 11 and a 51 technically.
Okay, so his Latin is 50.
So it does make a difference. It does make a difference.
Yeah, you've rolled a 50 and a 51, and your Latin's a 50. So you've rolled a 51 because it's a penalty dice. You take the worst. It's disadvantage basically. You take the worst dice. So you only need to spend 1 luck to pass.
1 luck. You got 1 luck left?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think
you should spend it. I don't think you should spend it.
What's your luck at? I haven't been tracking
55, he says.
He's got 55?
I haven't really used luck.
He's fucking trying to be me. He's trying to be fucking me and save it till the end.
All right, well, he's probably smart to do so because there's one more task that he has to do.
I've got 24.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
All right, so
three.
So William Butler Yeats, the poet, the pacifist, he maintains his concentration. A dead rat thing just smacks him upside the head, and he maintains this entity is coming down. It's sucking the air out of the room, sucking out, just probing the guilt and this entity that is just sucking the soul. Sunday
I get stabby with knives.
Yeah, is yelling at it, right? Just yelling at it. Okay, Doyle.
I'm the devil.
Now
Shouting John Davidson quotes at it.
No, I love it. Doyle, I think we give you a moment here.
Where is the light in the room coming from? Like, is there like a chandelier, or is there like gas lamps everywhere?
No, they're still just there's there's a light on this side. On this side, the fire is dead. There's candles. There's just candles that are placed around the room. Yeah.
I was gonna say if there's like a chandelier. No, it's gonna be dramatic.
Hold on. As Oliver rightly pointed out in last session too, we're in the gaslight Cthulhu, and there's no goddamn gaslight, and he was upset about it, so he's not wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna do dramatic, like if there was like a chandelier with gas lights or candles, I was gonna shoot it down so we'd be in darkness, but there isn't, so can't
There
do.
isn't.
You just
Can't
want to
do
burn the
that.
house down, Martin, because we never burned the other one down fast enough. That's all it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it in this one.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
make
just,
up. I know.
you
I
know.
know.
Yeah, I'm gonna make up for it. Yeah.
Pick up the knife.
I wonder if Doyle's not.
I get
well,
stabby with
I can't
knives.
put ideas. I can't put ideas in your head. Mm-mm.
I mean, how much can I do on a round? Because part of me wants to shoot the ghost, but part of me thinks I should shoot Yates, not to kill him, but to stop him. Because I don't trust the ritual that he's doing. Plus, as soon as he did the ritual, a fucking ghost has turned up.
You know, at least,
I
hey,
mean,
at least you're playing true. At least you're playing true to the dice
Well,
rolls. You did fumble on that. Perception.
Right, just to throw a spanner in the works, because obviously I've said a couple more sentences. Would that not like give him a little bit more rationale on whether or not it's a good or a bad thing? Would he not be able to reattempt to see whether or not?
Second attempt.
I'm open to the idea. I'm open to the idea
Because
of him doing.
that'll help you decide whether or not you shoot me or you shoot the ghost.
Maybe that's another occult roll. Maybe, you know, I'm open to
is
that.
it a free roll, or do I have to use my action to do this? Though.
No, it's a free roll. No, I see what
Okay.
I see what Chris is suggesting.
Oh, we don't like. Chris has suddenly got intelligence now. I'm not enjoying it. I thought it was cute, and now I'm just not into it at all. It's offensive, being honest.
Where's intelligence on my shit? I've got 85 intelligence.
His occult, Doyle's occult is 35, so I think it's reasonable.
It's okay. Not today,
no,
and I haven't.
no,
I don't know it again.
He
You
still
can push.
thinks what you're doing. He's a principled man. You know.
Would you allow me to? Well, actually, now that I don't trust him still, I'm gonna shoot Doyle, but I'm just trying to shoot him in the hand.
You're gonna shoot yourself?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
You mean shoot Yates?
Sorry,
You're
shoot
Doyle.
Yates. I'm gonna try to shoot Yates in the hand to drop the book, basically.
He said he was gonna shoot Doyle first. I think he needs to shoot Doyle.
Shut up, you. You drop the accent, so I don't trust anything you say now. Apparently, you're from Sheffield now, so you know we'll have to.
The
deal with
North
that later.
remembers.
North remembers.
You bastards.
I want to tell
Winter's
all of you.
coming.
I want to
Winter's
tell
coming.
the three of you. I respect it because you guys have continued to play to character and play to circumstance to a T. So I respect that. So yes,
it's easy for me now. I'm batshit insane. It's easy to play this.
Yeah, exactly.
Is my firearm still 25? Because even though I've got the gun, I've never actually used it. Is that actually my score?
Yeah, let me double check. Hold on, Doyle's
It seems
firearm.
It does seem quite low, but I mean.
No, his handgun, which is what you have. Oh no, I'm sorry, he's looking at the wrong guy. Hold on. Doyle's handgun. He's better with shotguns and rifles. His handgun is still 25. His handgun is 25. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I might not even be able to shoot his hand. Nah.
Oh gosh, that's a fumble.
No, it's not.
It's a fail. It says it's just a
96 or
fail.
more. It's 96 or more
96
when your
or
skill's
more.
less than
Okay,
50.
yeah.
Yeah, 96.
Very close. So no, So again, you're just shocked by what's going on. He's going on in this Latin incantation. Some kind of supernatural thing is happening. The pallid mask is coming down. You fire erroneously, in my opinion, at Yates, and you miss.
Stop. You're not supposed to have an opinion because most of the dead, you're now just the keeper. Stop it with the opinion.
That's true. That's true.
You know, the fun thing is, like, I could have thrown the gun on my 20 and my gun skill's 25. So I could have just thrown the gun at him to try and knock him out.
That'd have been just about as good a chance.
Well, I've done about the same, yeah. So.
Yeah, but it's not a fumble. You fire at him, nothing happens.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not sure why Chris is rolling.
I wanted my head cannon on where it hits.
Here, I think, unless I want to give Oliver an opportunity in his crazed state because the last thing we're going to do is Yates has to make a power roll, his culmination of his ritual to recall these forces of Hastur. We're almost there, gentlemen.
Hold on to your nipples, boys.
Yeah.
Fuck it up for him.
What does Sunday? We still don't know his real name. What does Sunday do?
I continue to just shout. I'm like, hold on to your nipples, boys. It's a hell of a ride.
Give me. Well, no, I think you're indefinitely insane by this
I'm
point.
indefinitely insane, mate.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get any sense out of me for the rest of the game. Ha.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
no,
but you could be screaming.
You're like
at,
you're just completely absorbing it and interacting, so to speak, with this entity that is the
if
Pallid
he is
Mask.
screaming out, will that not disrupt the ritual a bit? If he's like really screaming.
No,
No.
he's completely enthralled, if you will, with the Pallid Mask. Doyle, you fire off a shot. It goes wide. It comes down to this, Chris Kidd. William Butler Yeats has to do a power roll. That power roll, give me just a moment, has to be a hard success. You've never done this ritual before. This was in his book. Oh, he's just going for it. Okay, 54. That is a failure.
34 for a hard success.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
so let's hold out here just a second here. So William Butler Yeats' power is an 80. So did you do? Wait a minute. No, that's just you rolled the wrong thing, brother.
Yeah. Oh, his power is 80. No, he's rolled power.
Oh, okay, so he rolled hard.
But
okay,
he's rolled
so
hard,
you
so
did it.
so it says he's looking for. Yeah.
Oh, he did it again. Look at Chris Kidd. Chris Kidd just goes for it. He didn't give a shit.
He's pushed it.
He's pushed it. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, because I concentrated on doing it right because I rolled the wrong dice. I concentrated really, really hard on.
All right, no. This is good. This is good. Oh my gosh, we may listen. I want to listen. We may have a good
1 point of luck made it an extreme success. By the way, 1 point of luck. Oh no, you can't because you pushed. You can't spend luck. Sorry, ignore me.
Yeah, you can't.
That's true. But I love this, guys. We may have a happy ending, but I want Chris Kidd, player, to describe this to us. What did you do as the Pallid Mask comes down? You're incantating in Latin. You draw upon your soul, your will, to recall Hastur and his minions in this moment, and it fails. But what do you do? What does it look like for you to push it? Do you offer up your own soul? What is the dramatic narrative ending to this happy ending? Do you recall Hastur but break Yates's mind and soul? I don't know. You tell me.
So, Yates looks down to the book, which is covered with fucking rat jizz because I got the rat thrown at me.
And shit,
and I've realized that the last paragraph I've like misread and missed words. So I'm doing the Indiana Jones thing of like figuring out what the word would be because that's the only fucking hero I know that knows Latin. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing that, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it needs someone to go with it, and I look up at Sonny and I point at him and say, he's our sacrifice, and we'll go to the other realm with the demons. Close the door, basically in Latin.
And I'll just scream, sacrifice!
Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I love this. I love this idea. So what you're saying, if you guys are watching, his push, so what Chris is saying is his push is that he offers Sunday, whoever Sunday is, and that is, watch this. Sunday. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it. Hold on. Sunday disappears with the herald, with the pallid mask, as that is Yates's push, is that he offers the soul of this person who was posing as Sunday, and they just in some cosmic alter dimensional portal, they just disappear, right? The room sucks out of air. Everything in the room disrupts. Papers fly. Objects fall off the ground as Yates, right, is, like in Highlander in that last moment when Chris Lambert, and boom, everything is silent again. Doyle is standing in the doorway. Yates is standing in the thing, his sweat, tears coming down his face. Sunday is gone. The entity is gone. You guys have recalled the entities that you called for. Paid by the price of the soul. The soul of a gentleman named
Eddie.
Let's get his name.
Eddie the Psycho.
Go ahead. What's his name?
Oh, I don't remember. It was Edward
Well, it's
something.
Edward
to
Charles
scroll
Harrow.
And if he's disappeared, will we ever know? Because we didn't even know.
You'll never know.
No,
I was
you don't
Edward
know.
Charles Harrow,
Yes.
and I was a psychopath that killed some doctor, was pretending to be him, and I just showed up for the shits and giggles, and then I went crazy, and I've just walked off to Dim Carcosa with Hastur, the king
That's
in
a good
yellow.
ending. That was a
Excellent.
good ending. Yeah.
Thank God for that.
You guys survived. I love
Thank you
it.
very much, Seamus. That was awesome.
No, you're welcome, my friend.
I
Yeah.
don't know if
So,
I might kill
what,
people.
what's Doyle doing, right? So Doyle has just fucking seen me like fall to my knees after doing like a fucking Doctor Who style fucking crucifixion fucking gate opening cunt thing.
The quickening.
You're exhausted.
Lightning beams fucking sucking these demons back up into their bums. And then I just fall to my knees in the center of the circle. What's Doyle immediately gonna do?
I don't know. What does he do?
I mean, as a proper English gent, I'm going to report that an Irish person has killed an English person. Immediately. And then
I saved the world. Fuck you. You go to jail. You fucking killed the English, mate.
It's like thanks for the help, but you did break the English law of killing an English person. So no, I think Doyle would. Yeah, he'll go and check on Yates, because I guess he would have figured out that clearly he had got the occult thing wrong, and he must have been doing something good. So he would go and check on him.
Yeah, they're friends. Yeah, for those of you who are watching, the basic idea is this: that for Oliver's character, he was a person named Edward Charles Harrow, who was a psychopath, basically, in a mental institution. Dr. Sunday was his alienist, which that was the term in those days for a psychiatrist. And in a fit of rage, he strangled Dr. Sunday. By nature, he's not really a murderer. He was never violent, but there was something that snapped, and he killed Dr. Sunday. He felt immense guilt about it, but in his panic, he looked through his alienist's satchel, found the invitation, and in order to escape, undetected, he left London and headed to the Quintock Hills of Somerset to this event. He had no idea, but it was his way to impersonate Dr. Sunday. He had no idea what he was getting himself into, uh, sitting down with these gentlemen of
Just a
the
little
Ghost Club.
summoning the Yellow King, as you do on a Thursday
Yeah, and
afternoon.
so that's why he did some cocaine, right? Because he was like,
I did a
he
lot
was
of
out of
cocaine
his
for the
depth.
record. For the record, I did a lot of cocaine. All the cocaine.
Yeah.
I did all the cocaine.
He was out of his depth, right? He was out of his depth. So Moses is talking his big talk, and this young man, Francis Douglas, is there, and they're feeding him laudanum, right, to get him drugged up, because Moses wanted aristocratic blood for the ritual, and so these gentlemen enter into this idea of astrally projecting themselves in order to expose themselves or to introduce themselves to the herald of Carcosa for enlightenment, don't know what they're getting themselves into, and have in fact unleashed or invited the minions of Hastur, the introduction of the herald of the Yellow King, the King in Yellow, into this environment. But they're out in the moors of Somerset. And for those of you who are interested, this is all based on real historical events. Francis Douglas, a real person, died of mysterious circumstances in a hunting lodge in the moors of the Quintock Hills of Somerset. And instead of a hunting lodge, I put it in a cottage. And Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, William Butler Yeats, William Stanton Moses were real people that belonged to a club, an association known as the Ghost Club, who
And that
believed in
was
occult spiritualism. Yeah.
and that was the
So,
Ghost Club. Thank you, Seamus.
yeah. Thank you, my friends.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Chris. That was a fun one. The PvP
Yeah.
is always fun. Thank you, viewers, for watching.
I survived this one because I had a bit of bad luck where I was
You
dying
did,
quite
you
a
guys.
lot.
I'm really
You've had a
yeah.
run,
The
yeah, you've
last
had a bad one.
the last time I played it with my friends, everybody died. So you guys did great.
Let's finish up our streams and we'll discuss after. So,
Yep.
thank you very much for watching, everybody. This was the Ghost Club, written by our very own Seamus. We'll be back for another one of his very soon. I am RxOliver. This is Martin, Chris, and Seamus. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. God bless. I burned the book.